So do you also use Razorpay to sell your products online? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create Zoho CRM task when payment is received on Razorpay. So like you, I also use Razorpay to sell my courses online, and now what I want is that as soon as someone purchases my course from Razorpay, I want to create a task with the help of the same details on my Zoho CRM so that my sales team can follow up quickly. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Razorpay and Zoho CRM, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
So welcome to my screen everyone. As I've already mentioned, in this video I'll show you how I'm just going to create a new task in Zoho CRM whenever we're going to receive a new payment from Razorpay. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect is an easy to use automation tool using which we're going to create a connection between Razorpay and Zoho CRM in such a way that whenever we're going to receive a new payment from Razorpay and whenever someone purchases our course from Razorpay, automatically a task will be created. So the task will say payment received, onboarded a new client, and also follow up with them. Also, we're going to add the contact details too so that the team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So yes, if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business too, then for that you have to stick to this video till the end. But before we move on further and create this automation, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is a space where users share their ideas, workflow tips and also doubts and solutions. So if you are stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance because we have experts over here. And if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, I'm just going to go back towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect account. And to get started, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me to select the workflow builder, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster, flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one on the other hand is perfect for users who wish and prefer tried and tested setup. So you can use any one of this. I'm just going to use this new one. So I'm just going to go towards the select of the new one. Now I'm just going to simply enter the name of my workflow, and then I'm just going to simply select the folder in which I want to save my workflow, which is automations. And over here on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I've already created in which I save my workflows. And if you also want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created many, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only and click on this button which says create. And once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are results towards the commands, or you can say that the trigger starts the process while the actions are results towards the same. So yes, over here you must be wondering where is the actions. First we have to set up this trigger in order to get the action. So to set up this trigger, I'm just going to go towards this add trigger button, and now I'm just going to simply select my trigger application which is Razorpay. So I'm just going to search for Razorpay and select it, and now for the event I'm just going to simply select it as payment captured and click on this connect. Now it has given me a web URL. So what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to copy this webhook URL, then I'm just going to open my Razorpay dashboard. And now from the left hand of the side, I'm just going to go towards this developers, and after coming over here towards this developers, we have to go towards this webhooks and then towards this add webhook. And now for the webhook URL, we are just going to simply paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. And now over here it is asking me for the secrets. If you wish, you can definitely add the secret, but this is not required, and same goes for alert email. Now moving on further, this active events is required, and over here in the help text it has clearly mentioned that we have to select payment captured in the active events. So I'm just going to simply select payment captured and click on this create webhook. And as you can see, webhook saved successfully. So with this, we have successfully added the webhook URL right over here in our workflow. And now with this, we have successfully created a connection between Razorpay and Pabbly Connect. But now it is saying waiting for webhook response. So what we have to do is we have to capture this webhook response, and for that we have to submit a test record. So to do this, I'm just going to simply open the payment pages, and over here I'm just going to create this automation only for a particular course, which is automation and AI course. So I'm just going to simply copy this and open it in a new tab. This is the payment page, and using this I'm just going to do the test submission. So let's say I'm just going to purchase this product. All right, I'm just going to simply purchase this course. So I'm just going to simply enter my details and click on this pay 999. And once I'm just going to click on this pay 999, Pabbly is asking me for the payment method. So I'm just going to simply select it as UPI, and now I'm just going to simply enter the UPI ID and click on this verify and pay. And once I'm just going to click on this verify and pay, it is saying open your Razorpay app and complete the payment. All right, so I'm just going to simply complete this payment with the help of my mobile phone. And once I'm just going to complete this payment, it is saying payment successful. So with this, we have successfully purchased this course as smart user. All right, with this, we have successfully completed the test submission, and now I'm just going to open my workflow, and we are just going to check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. And as you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response of our test submission. Over here, you're going to see all the details. You're going to see the same email, same name, and the phone number. And with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step, which was Razorpay. And now I'm just going to move on further. Now what I'm just going to do is, first I'm just going to add a filter condition right over here in my work. Alright, and now I'm just going to move on further. Now what I'm just going to do is, I'm just going to add a filter condition right over here in my workflow. Why I'm just going to add the filter condition? Because as I've already mentioned that I only want to create this automation for this course, which is automation and AI course. For that, I'm just going to click on this add action step, and now for the action application, I'm just going to simply select it as filter. So it is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to add conditions in your workflow. For the event, we have to select filter values and click on this connect. Now for the label, I'm just going to simply select the label right over here. Now for the filter type, I'm just going to keep it as equals to, and for the value, I'm just going to simply enter automation and AI course. So over here, we have received the course name. So I've created the filter using the same. If you haven't received the course name, you can simply create the filter using the amount of the course too. And after doing this, I'm just going to simply click on this save and send test request, and as you can see, status success, condition is true. So now with this, we have successfully added the filter condition right over here in my workflow. And now whenever the course is purchased of this automation and AI course, then only this workflow is going to move on further. Otherwise, it will stop right over here. Alright, now I'm just going to move on further and add another action step. And now for the action application, I'm just going to simply select it as Zoho CRM. So I'm just going to search for Zoho CRM right over here, and as you can see the same, so I'm simply going to select it. And now for the event, first we're just going to create a contact, and then we're just going to create a task for that same contact. All right, so first I'm just going to simply create a contact. So I'm just going to select the event as create contact and click on this connect. Now in order to connect my Zoho CRM, I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection and then connect with Zoho CRM. Now it is asking me for the domain. So to enter this domain, I'm just going to open my Zoho CRM account, and I'm just going to copy this URL and paste it right over here. So the domain right over here is this after https://crm and before this /crm. So this is my domain, which is zoho.in. So I'm just going to simply keep the domain and erase the rest. Your domain can be anything from below: zoho.com, zoho.com.au, zoho.eu, zoho.com.cn, or zoho.com.dn too. So over here, you have to enter your domain according to your own account. All right, I'm just going to simply enter my domain and click on this button which says save. And now Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So I'm simply going to click on this accept and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And with this, we have successfully connected our Zoho CRM account with Pabbly Connect, and now it is asking me for the source. So over here, I'm just going to simply select the source as online store. Now for the first name, I'm just going to simply enter the first name right over here, but we are not going to enter it manually by typing it like this, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering what what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data turns dynamic and change with every new response received. So it is really important to map the details from the response of our previous step, otherwise this workflow is not going to run in real time. So as you can see, that I've simply mapped the details which are required, and now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely fill out the details which are not required too. And as you can see that we have successfully received the response right over here. And yes, we have successfully received the response that we have successfully created a new contact in our Zoho CRM. And with this, we have successfully completed this create contact, and now I'm just going to create the task using the same details. Further, I'm just going to click on this add another action step. Once again, for the action application, I'm just going to simply select it as Zoho CRM. And now for the event, I'm just going to simply select it as create contact task and click on this connect. So I've recently connected my Zoho CRM, so I'm just going to go towards this select existing connection and then save. And after connecting this, over here it is asking me for the subject, owner and the contact and the rest of the details. So one by one, I'm just going to map the details. For the owner, I'm just going to keep it as same only, but for the contact, I'm just going to simply map this contact. So I'm just going to switch on this mapping button, and over here I'm just going to map this contact ID from the response of our previous step. So as you can see that this is the contact ID, so I'm simply going to map it and move on further. For the subject, I want the subject something like this, payment received. So I'm just going to simply keep it as payment received, and now I'm just going to simply map the name right over here, which was the name of my lead. Alright, so I'm simply going to map the first name right over here, then I'm just going to put a space and map the last name too right over here. And after mapping this, I'm just going to move on further. After filling the details which are required, I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely change this priority and the status too. And now with this, we have successfully received the positive response that we have successfully created a new task. Alright, so I'm just going to simply open my Zoho CRM and go towards this task section. And as you can see that we have successfully created this task, so I'm just going to open it, and as you can see that we have successfully created this task. Over here is also the contact ID with the help of which my team can follow up, and as you can see, these are the contact details. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, and now whenever we're going to receive a new payment from Razorpay, which is of this course automation and AI course, then this workflow is going to move on further and create a contact in Zoho CRM, and then further we're going to create a task in Zoho CRM. So with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, but now I'm just going to test this workflow in real time. For that, I'm just going to purchase this course with the new details right over here, and I'm just going to check that if a new task is getting created in Zoho CRM within seconds and in real time or not. So I'm just going to simply purchase this course right over here as testing user. So I'm just going to simply verify the payment right over here, and I'm just going to purchase this course. So it is saying confirming payment. I'm just going to wait for a few seconds, and as you can see, payment successful. So with this, we have successfully purchased this course, right? And now I'm just going to open my Zoho CRM, and I'm just going to go back towards this task section to check for the new task created. And as you can see, a new task has been created. So I'm just going to open this, and as you can see, payment received follow up with testing user, and over here the details of testing user. So with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, and now whenever we're going to receive a new payment from this automation and AI course, automatically this workflow is going to move on further and run in real time. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.